day after Rand Paul said that this week, though, the National Republican Congressional Committee, they raise money, they run ads for Republican candidates around the country. They went into Nebraska, where an incumbent Republican congressman is facing a tough re-election campaign, and they put this on the air.
4 murders in 11 days. A judge decides Nico Jenkins is responsible for all of them.
Nico Jenkins was released from prison early after serving only half his sentence. The head of the Omaha Police Union said Jenkins is the poster child for why the good time law is a farce. Brad Ashford supported the good time law and still defends it, allowing criminals like Nico Jenkins to be released early.
It's being called the new Willie Horton ad, a reference to the notorious ad that Republicans used against Michael Dukakis all the way back in 1988. So we know that Rand Paul says he wants to reach out to black voters, but does this ad tell us something about the rest of his party? Michael Steele, what do you mean?
Ad doesn't tell you anything other than consultants are stupid. And you know, that's basically, you know, they play to the lowest common denominator, you know, and that's part of the problem. You have sort of a forward-thinking message from a potential presidential candidate, a sitting United States senator, a leader within the party who's over the last year and a half really done some really extraordinary things to try to change the dialogue and the conversation. And yet at the base level, where you actually meet voters and hang out with them, you run this crap. And you say to yourself, okay, so what is the point of this ad? I mean, you know, in the context of the case or the situation, yeah, okay, the member of the House supported the law, but to put it in this frame says something very racist in my view.
Michael, this was the NRCC. The National Republican Committee bought the ad.
The Congressional Committee.
That's not just a consultant or a strategist. That was national Republican money behind that. So at least the Willie Horton ad was done by a shadowy sort of supportive group. And it wasn't done by the actual Bush campaign, although they had their own sort of sanitized version of it afterwards. But this, to me, is... I hear you on Rand Paul. I mean, I think what he's doing on prison reform and sentencing reform is actually really impressive. But that's sanctioned by the National Party. It's astonishing.
Well, again, you know, stupid does stupid.
Well, so